Fred Otis Amey. I'm from the Bay Area, Union City, California. Played football here at Sacramento State from 2000 to 2004 before entering the NFL draft and eventually playing for the San Francisco 49ers. Some advice that I would have for the youth would be, number one, to start thinking about the things that you really like to do. Write them down, journal it, because those are the things you want to end up doing. You always hear the saying that if you're doing something that you love, you'll never feel like work, and it's true. It's not cliche, it's very true. I love speaking. I wouldn't call myself a motivational speaker. I call myself an empowerment, a public speaker. I love to do it, and now that I get a chance to do it, I get paid for it, but it's not about that. I get a chance to feed, share some of my life experiences, some things that I've learned. Whether it's in a class getting educated or on the streets getting educated, on the football field getting educated, I can pour that back in and let the kids know these are some of the things you should be doing, but also these are some of the things that you might want to avoid so you can be successful. So figuring out what you love to do, which means figuring out your purpose, is big, because I can tell you, when I first got to Sac State, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so I changed majors 3 times. I tried to play football and do computer engineering, which was going to be kind of hard. I did change to real estate, and then I changed to, I forget the third thing. The fourth thing I ended up switching to was my purpose, which was business communications. If I would have had somebody to mentor and coach me on that when I first got here, I would have been done in 4 years. I was here for 5. I could have been working on my next degree on my 5th year. Another thing that I would say is you have to write out what your vision is. Where do you see yourself? When you first get on campus, where do you see yourself in 1 year? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And you have to continually set goals. And why I say that is because I can say at the age of 7, I was watching SportsCenter and I said, I'm going to play for the 49ers. Believe it or not, I said that. 15 years later, through a lot of trials and adversity and patient endurance, I did it. But my only two goals, were to have a highlight on SportsCenter and to play for the 49ers. The very first time that I played in the game, I scored a touchdown, and I had a highlight on SportsCenter. So I accomplished every single goal and dream that I had the very first time I ever touched the ball. So what happened? It's like I put my car neutral in the intersection, right? That's very dangerous to do. I didn't have any more goals. What I should have did was say, okay, I accomplished that goal. What's my next goal? I want to make it to the Pro Bowl. I want to score 8 touchdowns this year. But because I didn't set goals, I kind of coasted through the rest of the season. And I had a decent season, but I coasted through it because I stopped setting goals. You have to continually set goals. And what that'll do is that'll intrinsically set a clock inside of you, and you'll accomplish things. And plus there's a sense of accomplishment in it. Bam, what's the next goal? Bam, what's the next goal? And you'll notice, you'll look back 5 years later and be like, man, I've come a long way.